Juicy broiled hamburgers with just the right touch of charcoal flavor from the fire have become an American institution. And Father enjoyed.
Beef was the meat of America for the second half of the 20th century. But as Americans have become more and more health conscious, this trend may be shifting. The low-carbohydrate diet seemed to be the solution to America's out-of-control obesity problem at the end of the millennium. Some people lost weight, but gained other problems such as heart disease due to the high levels of fat from the meat they ate. The answer to this problem may just lie in emu meat, which has many health advantages over beef and other traditional meats. Though technically poultry, emu meat is a dark cherry red and tastes very similar to beef. It is a great substitute for beef in most recipes and is especially good for those watching their fat intake. Emu meat is so low in fat because the fat of the emu is not marbled into the meat as is common in beef.
It would probably be good for anybody.
Dr. Dennis Beege led a study in 2000 about the nutritional composition of emu meat and other alternative meats at the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
But particularly people who, for health reasons or other reasons, who really want to reduce their fat content, I mean, emu does have a story to tell. This gentleman had bypass surgery, and the doctor said, okay, no red meats. But this gentleman said, well, I eat emu. And he says, oh, emu's okay, the doctor said.
When beef and emu go head-to-head in nutrition, emu always wins.
The emu story is really a very strong story nutritionally. It's higher in iron. Iron is a very important constituent for the formation of red blood cells. It's higher in B vitamins than some of the other meats. It's a leader there. It's lowest in total fat of all the meats. It's lowest in saturated fat.
The chart compiled by Dr. Beege shows that emu is nutritionally the best of all the meats tested, including chicken and turkey. Emu meat is usually sold frozen, so normal meat thawing techniques should be used. A good rule of thumb is to let it thaw in the refrigerator overnight. Because of its low fat content, great care must be taken when cooking emu meat. Emu requires lower cooking temperatures and shorter cooking times than beef. Emu meat comes in a variety of different cuts, including roast, fan fillet, and ground. Emu meat is also found in a variety of value-added products such as summer sausage and emu jerky. Cajun chef and retired emu farmer Dale Bourgeois, shown here on the cover of the American Emu Association cookbook, demonstrates his signature dish.
Now we're going to prepare an emu fan filet. We're going to liberally season the steak. Rub it in. It depends upon the thickness of the meat, of the fan. Now we're ready to cut the filet. Generally you want to cut the filet against the grain, and I like to cut it against the grain and on the bias. Here we have pan-seared filet of emu, fan filet.
Due to the low fat content of emu meat, it is important to be conscientious of cooking times and temperatures to keep the meat from drying out. Emu meat steaks and fillets, as well as ground emu, can be grilled, but at lower temperatures and for a shorter cooking time. Emu meat absorbs flavors very well, so marinating will not only bring a lot of flavor to the meat, but will also help to keep it moist during cooking. Some olive oil and onions can be added to the ground meat to keep your emu burgers from drying out. Ground emu meat can be used as a substitute for ground beef, as in this emu lasagna. Moist heat is the best cooking method for emu, and a pot roast cooked in a slow cooker will make a very tender and tasty roast. Emu are raised in large open pens where they are treated humanely and fed a natural diet. Low stress and good grains result in a tasty and nutritious meat that just may be the meat of the 21st century. Since emu meat is boneless, skinless, and nearly fat-free, it is a smart and economical buy. Plus, your purchase will be supporting a small family farm. Emu meat is considered a delicacy in fine restaurants the world over. But now USDA-inspected 100% American emu meat can be served at your table as a healthier choice for you and your family.